Hey there guys, WhiteNightEspada here. Welcome to the next episode of Tech of the Week Wednesdays. And this week we are going to be studying mind control. That's right guys, mind control. This card is amazing because it manages to steal control of your opponent's mind and let them give you a monster of your own. As you can get, I'm just kidding, but it lets you take control of one monster on your opponent's side of the field until the end phase, but you cannot attack or tribute that monster. That's why it gets even better the more the game evolves, because this time you have such things as synchros and XYZ.
That's why I will add it to my collection.
As a result, you can be nicking that card to need this card that your opponent has to go up into those synchro plays and those XYZ plays that would otherwise be unviable for you to use without the help of your opponent's monster. For example, you have no card, you have mind control in hand, you draw into a monster, let's say a 3-star, your opponent has a face down card or even a card on the field, you summon that monster, you mind control their monster, you nick their monster, you can use its effect or whatever during that turn, but then you synchro up using that monster or you XYZ into say that Zen mains that you really need to defend for that turn, which is why it is so good. Because you may not be able to tribute now, but that isn't much of an issue anymore because in most of the decks nowadays, they don't tribute, they XYZ. Get with the times, mind control. Also, an incredibly handy effect of this is that the monster that you're trying to target does not have to be face up. It can be face down like a ninja, and you can like mind control. So yeah, then you can just take it face down, and you can be like, oh, I'm just checking what that card is. Oh, it's a mind control. Oh, I'm kidding, it's a right card. Or a snowman eater, or whatever you want. So then you can use that effect. You can then flip it up and nick its effect for you. So then you can utilize that against your opponent. Say, nail that back row, nail that monster, depending on what it is. Or even if it's a penguin soldier, like an ultimate lad, you nail those cards back to the opponent's hand, and then you can use it for yourself for that synchro, that XYZ. Which is why it's so good, because it can target face down and face down monsters, which means your targets for this are so diverse. This card has very little that can stop it also, because it does not destroy it, it just borrow it, because you can just nick it, and then you can be like, oh thanks, I'll be borrowing that monster, oh then I'll tribute it, oh I'm so sorry. Not tribute, sorry, synchro. So then your opponent can't stop that play. However, you can Dark Bribe You or Gemini Spark. Your Gemini Spark, it seems to be the bogey card for this, because basically what happens is that your opponent Gemini Sparks, destroying that so you don't get the monster and they destroy a monster on your side of the field. That seems to be the big problem, because when I try and nick, say, an Alias to use with my 4 stars to go up for a Utopian Man to summon, this card is basically also the little sister or little brother, depending on your whatever you want to call it, of brain control, as you can guess, or even change of heart. Change of heart is like the mother, because it's like that and it's a woman, and brain control is like brain massage, but I'm not really into that kind of thing. I don't know if you guys are, not judging, but I don't like that. But also, brain control means you pay 800 points and you gain control of it for the turn. But this has restrictions on it, but you don't pay the life points. However, I think the fact that you just can't tribute it and can't attack is so irrelevant in this day's game, because it's evolved so much past tributing that you can just use this card for your plays and fucking nail the game. Because, sorry for cursing, but yeah, this card is amazing. Also, an incredibly handy ability this card is, you can leave your opponent open. Say you've got them on the ropes, they're like, no, don't hurt me. And you're like, I will crush you, you worm. So then they're like, oh, destiny draw. And then like, so they set that monster, and you're like, I wonder what that could be. And then you draw into mind control, and you're like, ha, I can know right now. Mind control them. So their field is now empty. They are empty, they are exposed. So you can be like, I attack you directly! And then you attack them for game, as that clip just showed you. So basically, nail them using this card. It's essential, guys. Get with it. Also, it's incredibly easy to come by. It comes in the super rare in the World Championship pack, and also it comes in common, I think it comes in ultra, and it comes in gold. I think that those are the rarities that it comes in. If I'm wrong, please correct me, I'm sorry. But, so it's incredibly easy to come by, so you have no excuse to not run this card. Run me. Shut up. Anyway, basically, you would just need to use this card, because I would at least side it, because I main this card because it comes so incredibly handy for my card, which uses very little synchroing and XYZ capability itself, because it's an anti-summon deck. But what I use is, I can use this to get off this place when I need it while keeping my key cards on the field, so leaving my row like that little less diminished to enable the pressure to keep on being played on your opponent. This card is incredibly handy, and I would recommend you all to at least try it out. Alright guys, WhiteNightEspada,